It's not quite so slim anymore, but this is your pre-owned bike of the week. Show bike ready, Softail Slim. Alright, let's go see what this thing will do. I mean, this thing is gorgeous. Look at this paint. I mean, that's what a Perewitz bike is known for, is its paint. I mean, this is basically a show bike that is, it's a show bike and a go bike. Because it will rip. It sounds pretty nasty. Anytime that you see, you know, powder coated, it looks like powder coated. Anytime you got all that done, that means that the motor had to be apart to do that work, most likely. And if the motor was apart, then they probably added quite a few other pieces to it. So it looks like it's got some phenomenal braking. It's still belt drive. It's sharp. You've even got the smaller details, like the pinstriping up here on the mirrors. So everything about this bike is hot. And I'm excited to see, a lot of folks say this bike handles super comfortable because of how massive this front tire is. And I'm excited to see what I think about it. So it's a very light clutch for how big this motor is too, which is really nice. So everything feels really nice. The brake feels good. The clutch feels good. Let's fire it up for you. Yeah, that is nice. So you see, it is the older style Softail. So you know, wow, this is the older style Softail now. Wow. So I can change everything right here, and it did get cruise control added. So that's really nice. Wow, listen to that. That's rowdy. That is rowdy and mean right there. It's the Perewitz seat. You can tell because you got the little Perewitz insignia on this Mustang right here. So let's fire it up and see what it will do. Big old front tire. I can feel it up there in the front of the slow speed a little bit. It feels good. All right. This thing's supposed to be a rowdy monster here, so. Wow. This thing is comfortable. It already reminds me kind of how that 131 was. Wow, that tip in feels weird. Let's see what we got going on. See how the suspension does on this thing. I've heard these turn signals are super bright too. And yeah, I can see them from right here in the noon sun. So it must be something to them. Cruise control set. It's so nice to have cruise control, so then you can make a nice little mirror adjustment like that. Oh, this thing just feels like it wants to absolutely rip. And this is a really good bar setup. It feels a little bit wider than what I'm used to, but I feel like you really got to have that wider bar to have good leverage over that front tire, and just to make it feel and handle a lot better. So you got a lot more leverage there. And that front tire, all that air up in there, it's doing pretty good work to help smooth out this ride. And I'm very excited to see what this thing will do when we open it up out on the highway. All right. Man, this thing is so sharp. Look at all the, woo. I don't even want to call it leaf or anything like that because I'm probably going to get it wrong. This bike is, the techniques and the methods and everything that are in this bike are definitely the show of a master at their craft. I mean, this is somebody that's been doing this for a long time. So, and this bike sounds rowdy. So, looks good, sounds rowdy. That man is wearing a headlight on his head, so that's cool. All right, never know what you're gonna see partying out here in Raleigh. The stance is pretty good. Got stock floorboards because they're nice, work great. You know, just enough stock pieces left so you know, like, hey, it's a Harley Slim. let's see, that was fast. Let's see what the digital tack has to say about this next little maneuver. That's a lot of tire. And a 1 and a 2 and a... This thing's kind of fast. Oh no, I'm here. So the beautiful part about motor builds like this is, you know, they handle, you know, you can get up to speed with them so good, but they handle so good on, you know, just cruising. They handle it so well. That's the beauty of having all that torque right there at your disposal. Alright, so what are we seeing here? Honestly, this riding position, I kind of like it. These floorboards are surprisingly, like, very comfortable. And this Trask air cleaner, I mean, it's sucking in a lot of air, but it doesn't even get in the way. Yeah, my leg's right on it, but it's not like, you know, like what the stock intake of like the lowrider S's are right now. I mean, it definitely feels a lot better than that. I really, and if you really like all this red over here, then check out all this red on this primary. That thing really stands out. So, this is a gorgeous show bike. I mean, this is a show bike that you want to ride to the bike show. And that right there is, I think that's a sign of a good bike, of a really well-crafted, well-designed bike right there. It's one that you want to ride and is still very rideable. Looks gorgeous, but all the modifications don't negatively impact the rideability. Those motorcycles are cool works of art, but I also think they need to get ridden still. Where's it sound like under the bridge? So sorry. Good braking. It does have that upgraded caliper up on the front, so which you kind of have to have this much power. You really got to upgrade your braking, and it looks to me, for the most part, like it does have stock suspension, which for a Slim, that's plenty fine. I say it has stock suspension based on the one little look I had up there, but I could be wrong. It does feel really nice, so I might be hyping up stock suspension for nothing. I really don't want to be stuck behind this Honda on this entire ride. Let's see, so rideability, I mean, yeah, it's gorgeous, and it's got less than 4,000 miles on it too. So I mean, this is a bike that could be equal parts, you know, just the show bike in the garage, or it could be your daily. Now I'd be nervous dailying a Perewitz paint job, but you got to go show it off, you know. You got to go get this thing out in the sun, show it off. And so now out here in the sun, I can also see that, you know, even the white has a little bit of extra flake to it. The seat's really nice too. I'm kind of impressed. I hadn't really ridden one of these. I think it's a Mustang. I hadn't really spent much time on these Mustang seats before. It's nice. Holy cow. Alright. If you're ever at a stoplight and you see this bike right there beside you and you see all this, just know, like, you should probably let them have it. It'd be fun to run against, but maybe for like the first second or two. Man. And the cool thing about these bikes, especially the Softail Slims, is how light they are. So, you know, as they say, shedding weight off of a motorcycle is like free horsepower. So when you've got, so you really don't even have to hit, buddy. So you really don't even have to have as big of a motor on a lighter bike like this. So yeah, your baggers, like, they running a 131, you know, they've got a lot of weight to get going, and that 131 does beautiful work. Let's see how well this thing handles. It definitely feels a lot different handling than a lot of the other bikes, but I mean, it's just a little bit of adjustment, but it feels nice. I wouldn't mind carving it on around on the daily commute. Yeah, anything with this kind of power, I would not mind riding at all. Like I was saying, I mean, you know, your baggers, I mean, this is a Softail Slim, so it's significantly lighter than, and it's a Milwaukee 8 Softail Slim, so I mean, it's significantly lighter than your typical bagger. So you can get away with a smaller motor build and have more power. So when you have a motor and power as much as this one in this bike, then you really see those benefits. I really like just cruising around in third gear around here. It puts me in a beautiful middle range, so I'm at about 2,500 RPM. So I've got a little bit more to roll off and slow down if I need to. But also, if the situation desired, you can just give it a quick little, and we're good to go. Hey, buddy. There was no one behind me. You didn't have to do the slow merge. This thing wants to eat. Glad. Ooh, it's got almost a full tank of gas in it. Ooh, that's dangerous. That is a dangerous thing to give me on the ride and review. Look at that. This is it right here. Just a nice little smooth in. Please don't pull out. Thank you. A little smooth roll. Oh yeah. Hello. You guys want to hear something cool? If you're listening to the 12 o'clock news on WRAL, let me know if you hear me. All right. Where were we? I do like these grips a lot. They're kind of, you know, just the right amount of grippy. This could be fun. Oh yeah, beautiful day for some nice easy cruising. I like this bike. This bike is, it's on one hand, you know, it is a lot of bike, but on the other hand, it's so easy to do anything you want to with. I mean, just run some errands around town, do a little weekend cruise, go show it off, you know, going to an event at the dealership on a Saturday. It's a great bike for all of that and more. This thing's a lot of fun. And anytime you've got this much power between your legs, I mean, you're gonna have a good time. So, it's a partying right here. One of my favorite spots on Western right here. It's usually kind of quiet, and you just kind of open it up, bring it in a little bit. I like these bars. I really do like this bar riser setup. It looks really good on this bike. I've seen this bike on a few Road Kings, a few performance Road Kings too. This might have lost some asbestos tiles probably. So. So, thank you guys for riding along today on your ride-in review of this 2022 Harley-Davidson Softail Slim. So, this bike is a ton of fun to go ride, and, you know, if you want an absolute masterpiece of a motorcycle to go either show off or go put some miles on, this bike is right here. Performance built, absolute stunning paint job. And I mean, go ahead and let you look at this thing one more time. I mean, this bike is just itching to get back out on the road. So if this looks like you, then be sure to holler at us and come see us here at Tobacco Road. But in the meantime, ride safe, and we hope to see you soon.